All right, so today we're here with Abbie, and this is Abbie's Roadmap to Success video. And as I mentioned in the video above this, the primary issue for Abbie was her anxiety. And so what we want to do is, we talked about, whether to use the kennel or not. And I think at this stage, it might be just easier, and I'm still working on the touch game because I'm just giving her something to do and rewarding her with a treat while I'm doing it. And I think what we want to do is move away from the kennel and just help her not experience anxiety. So the Guardian already had a couple of things in place that's really amazing. She's already bringing her to doggy daycare, so she's not building up time periods where Abbie's prolonged in the crate or left alone and being anxious. So that's fantastic. So I want to encourage you to keep bringing her to doggy daycare. And then what we're also going to have put in place is anytime the Guardian has to leave, we're going to have someone come and house sit with Abbie. That way we're taking away any time periods that Abbie might start to become anxious and engage in separation anxiety. Remember, dogs can think in very cause and effect ways. So she might be thinking she needs to experience anxiety and start exuding anxious behaviors in order to make her Guardian come back, because every time she does get anxious, her Guardian does come back. So what we want to do is break this cycle by having her not be anxious, and then slowly working on having the Guardian leave for short durations and building up how long she can leave without Abbie being anxious. So by having people come to the home when her Guardian has to leave, we're taking out Abbie being anxious when she's gone, and then that way the Guardian has more control over the length of time that she leaves Abbie. At first, you might just want to be going out to the end of the driveway and getting your mail. Remember that when you go outside, if you come back into the door and you hear her crying, whining, standing up at the door, or kind of pawing at things, resist the urge to hurry and come through the door. What we want to do instead is wait, even if it's only a 5 to 10 second break of her not whining, barking, or crying, anything like that, and reward her for that calmer behavior when you walk through the door. That's why we can help her start to realize that the key for you coming back is actually her being nice and calm. The more she starts to realize that she should be calm when you walk back through the door, she'll start to generalize this to when you're leaving as well. So another thing is to not ever get her too worked up. Not like, okay, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna go, oh my gosh, and getting her worked up, making it pretty nonchalant when you do leave. Okay, bye, staying nice and calm. So that way she doesn't view this as a negative event either. So those are some of the major things that we're going to be doing to help her stay calm, is to just kind of take away the times where she could be experiencing separation anxiety, then having very measured time periods where we're starting with very small durations and slowly working up to a point where she can be left alone for several hours without engaging in that separation anxiety behavior. Remember just to take things nice and calm and slow. If you're walking through the house and she starts getting really worked up and really anxious about something, just take a couple of minutes in realistic time frame, probably about 30 seconds, and just stop yourself, let her calm back down, and then proceed. That way you're getting into the habit of staying nice and calm and keeping her in calm energy, and then also labeling things in the house. That'll be a big one. In dealing with anxiety, the more times that she can feel like she has a sense of control, she can anticipate things and then execute commands well, like saying, let's go to the office. She runs to the office. Use our petting with a purpose by petting her and telling her she's a good girl. So she's getting little time periods throughout the day where you can tell her a command and she can execute it, and she's feeling more and more confident in her abilities because she knows what to do and how to make you happy. So this is Abbie's Roadmap to Success, so we can see how to help reduce anxiety for her. And remember, everything you do trains your dog, only sometimes you mean it.